Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elaina. Привет! I'm a Russian-American makeup and beauty addict. I usually do tutorials and reviews of affordable, inexpensive makeup from various websites, Walmart, you name it. I'll test my face, I'll pass the savings to you guys. So this is one of the budget videos. It's gonna be 3 looks and 1 palette, which takes forever to film, but I love it. So we're gonna do this. This color scheme attracted me. And we're going to be reviewing Nikita and Morphe palette. It looks like this. So if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring notification bell so YouTube notifies you of every new video upload. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 AM Pacific time, and I also go live every Monday or almost every Monday at 11 AM Pacific time. So like, comment, and follow me on Instagram, Twitter. The links are down in the description box. So let's get right into this. So I got this palette on launch day. I think I got it on launch day. I'm not 100% sure. It was a while ago. So I went to Morphe website and then I decided to order from Ulta because Ulta ships quicker usually, at least here in LA. And Morphe usually takes forever, so I decided to go with Ulta. And Ulta had points and they had like a discount code, and so it came down to like a 25 bucks plus my points. So I'm like, I'm getting it. I mean, I was considering it. I didn't like the look, and then I watched Nikita's video explaining it, and I kind of got interested. It's a typical Morphe palette. It's pretty large. I think it's a little smaller than some of the others, but about the average size, I would say. So this is a typical Morphe size, 35 eyeshadow pans, and there are a lot of shimmers, but I think it's a good combination of shimmers and mattes, because we don't like too many shimmers in the palette, right? So I think she did well picking, and I see very many special shades that I already put my finger to, and I can tell you, oh, they're nice. So I'm wearing my first look that you're gonna see in the tutorial. So it's gonna be 3 looks in 1 palette because there's so many options. I didn't want to limit myself. It's kind of a pain in the neck to do those videos because it takes a few days, and I want to release the video now, not later, but yeah. So you're gonna see in pretty much voiceover, probably gonna speed it up. Yeah, it looks really pretty. I know that a lot of people don't like Nikita because of the some kind of drama. So Nikita is always in some kind of scandals. I don't know. I have not followed the scandals in a while, so I just got it as a Morphe palette, so I'm gonna review it as a Morphe palette. And I always liked Nikita, and hopefully she's gonna mature and grow up. That's all I gotta say. So let's get into the swatches first, and then I'm gonna show you looks day 1, day 2, and day 3. I've got the first 2 rows. I gotta tell you that the black is really black, and I'm very pleased with that, because sometimes palettes blacks I'm not that black, especially considering that Morphe is a budget brand. And yeah, the shimmers are more like toppers in the first 2 rows, these 2, but other than that, they can build up really easily. The red is really red too, so I'm very pleased with that as well. So that's the next 2 rows. And by the way, I didn't mention it, but I did prime my arm today because I never do. So I wanted to see how the swatches go. And of course, the swatch is so much better on the primer. It's not a primer, it's actual e.l.f. Camo Concealer. So yeah, better sticking. So this is more like true to life on this swatch on a concealer. And this is so pretty. The shimmers are nice. These 2, the first ones, are nice. This the third one, this one is more like a topper. Yeah, but it's really the colors are very intense. Very pleased with this. So this is the final and 3rd row, and look at that green and blue. Look how bright and pigmented those colors are. Again, as a reminder, I did prime my arm today. Like I never do, but I think I should start priming because we always prime the eyelids. And this is just an e.l.f. concealer. Look at this green. It's freaking insane. Morphe did something special here. So a couple of words about the swatches. I just don't see the point about in this one, because this one was that swirly shade and looks so pretty. Once you put your finger in it or the brush, it kind of disappears. It becomes this kind of light purple, like dim shimmer. So that's the only one. It's kind of disappointing. It looked very promising, but it's like, eh. The glitter is great. The black swatch is great and applies great on the eyelid. So yeah. So other than that, besides this one, that's the only disappointing shades right there. Okay, day one, starting with the Pilates base and a Jessup brush. I'm going to blend it out, and I'm probably going to use finger to smooth it out. Using a Morphe brush, we're going into the black first. And I started with the black because I wanted it to be real deep, and it's a real good black, as you can see, with a lot of pigmentation. Now I'm mixing red and black together on the same brush and blending it out. So it'll create more perfect blend, because black is usually hard to blend out. Using another Morphe brush, a little more flat and fluffy, going to orange and blending out orange and red. So this is like a orange, red, and purple combination I like to create. So this is the orange, and now we're going to orange and the light skin tone color, Nicholas. So create a perfect blend into the brow bone. Blend's really easy, as you can see. So going back to Pilates base, I didn't even clean up the lid. I just went right to kind of a smudgy cut crease. I'm going with a Morphe flat brush. I'm going to that beautiful purple shimmer. And this is very stunning, by the way. Notice I don't need any glitter to add. Now we're going into the darker purple shade to blend out into the black matte. It helps to blend. And now going into the small Morphe brush, pencil brush, and going back to black to blend this all out together and just to intensify. This is a light silver shade and gold, so I'm mixing those together on the flat spectrum brush to highlight the brow bone. Those are real pretty, even separately, and together they look real pretty too. Real big Morphe fluffy brush, blending out the highlight shade. That's Beauty Bay gel liner for the waterline, very dramatic and dark. So here guys, finished. It was all voiceover because that's 3 looks, 1 palette, and this video takes forever to film, so there you have it. Yeah, real nice. I'm very impressed with it. On purpose, again, I didn't want to use any glitter on top of the eyeshadow, just to show you how sparkly the eyeshadow itself is. So this is the finished look. Yeah, and I really like this actually. It's very nice. Some Morphe palettes are hit or miss. You know, some of the shades might be not as blendable sometimes, but I wanted to give this a try, and it just like the whole, even the front of the palette attracted me, the green and the purple. I'm like a sucker of green and purple. So the first look, yeah, I used the blush, which is not the blush, but I used these colors. This one, which is Fatale, and the Pussycat. Yeah, I remember the story about the Pussycat. Family friendly. If you ever watched Nikita video explaining that, you're welcome. Anyway, so that's the blush, and I kind of like wrapped it around the eye a little bit, and I used estrogen for my highlight. I know it's not highlight technically, but it works, especially after you spray your face with a setting spray. It worked real well. Yeah, and for the inner corner, I used a combination of Nick and Escort again, kind of like together, because this is like too white, this is too yellow, so I kind of mix them up together. So what do you guys think? Yeah, so far I enjoyed this. So this is the first one, of course, so I can't wait to get my hands on the glitter. So I'm planning to do a greenish blue look and a purple pink look. And the neutral, I mean, who cares about neutral? Not on this channel. So for the lips, I used NYX lipstick, and this is Suede, a liquid suede, in the color Orange County. I keep forgetting the names of the darn colors. And I used a little Profusion lip gloss on top. And this is a crystal lip gloss. It's one of those on sale little sets for Christmas. Has a little glitter in it. Let's get into the second look. I'm starting with a Candid Concealer as a base this time, just a variety, and the same medium Morphe brush. I'm going to the blues this time. Those blues are so pigmented, look at that, how nice they are. So the darker blue and the lighter blue. I'm trying to use as many Morphe brushes as possible. And these are the blues and the kind of flesh tone again. So blending out in the brow bone. And the green goes onto the Profusion brush. The green, look at that green. That matte green is amazingly pigmented, so bright. Yeah. This is a Lavish brush from a BoxyCharm set.
And I like to use this brush for the lower eyelid because it's very small. This dark army green and a lighter green. I use another Morphe brush for the black, of course. It's the same brush I used in the first look. And this is a good black again. I like that black for dipping in the outer corner. It's probably not the blackest black, but it works well. Going for the lavish brush for the highlight shade. I'm just using the cool tone shade today to highlight the brow bone and then blend out with the blue. Blend's really easy. See the blue and the green, everything. So cutting the crease with a Morphe brush and a Revolution base. Again, I did not clean up my eyelid first. I just went for it because we're lazy. And actually, the color is so bright and so pigmented. You'll see. You don't need to clean up the lid. So this is the silver. I really wanted to test that silver. Look at it. Look how beautiful this is. Very reflective. And blend in with some blues with the matte shades. It creates pretty nice blend. Cara Beauty glitter. I'm gonna create a little line because I just wanted to emphasize the cut crease this time and make it a little sparkly.
So this is day 2, and I did this blue-green look. I wanted to test the blues and greens because the green was so bright, and it really is truly pigmented. The pigmentation level, I would say, dare say it's better than Be Perfect Cosmetics. I know most people say the green and Be Perfect the most pigmented, but I find this one better. I mean, just honestly, this green is amazing. So this is the finished look. I didn't use any eyeshadows for the blush this time. I just used the regular blush from Makeup Revolution. The foundation is Foera, concealer is Foera, because I haven't used them in a while. I still like them. And the highlighter is Foera actually, but yeah, a highlighter from Foera, I'm not into that much anymore. So I think I'm like stepping away from cheap stuff I used to love, so that's a big improvement. Anyway, so yeah, the eyeshadow performed nicely. I wanted to use the cool tones this time, the greens and the blues, and they performed really nicely. Like I said before, there's some greens, like the lime greens, that they're not very pigmented in some palettes, and some palettes are great. Like let's say Beauty by Mitchell, pigmented. Be Perfect Cosmetics, most people say it's good, but for me it's very dry and it's not the most pigmented lime green, like both of them, the XL Pro and Love Tahiti. The light green is like very kind of This one is freaking amazing, and that's Morphe for you. So yeah, sometimes Morphe palettes are excellent. This one is one of the better ones. The blue one, teal, it applied on top of concealer. I used just concealer today. Even on top of concealer, is very pigmented and blended nicely. I mean, no complaints whatsoever. It's really nice look. So yeah, I'm very happy. The silver performed nice. The silver shimmer, yeah, everything about it is nice. If you wonder if my lips, I'm using the deadliest looking lipstick, that's Nudie Patootie by Wet n Wild. I rarely use it alone, so today is one of the rare days I decided just like, let's see what it looks like alone by itself. Yeah, so it's not bad, but it's like I wanted to go really neutral and nude. And if you wonder about my eyeballs, that's my new eyeballs I purchased. These are the new, I forgot the brand name, but I'm gonna do a review. So this is New York Gray. So it's called New York Gray. They have the tiniest pupil holes. They look green. They look really green. I really like them, but they're real light. So yeah, that's just like a side note. So that's it. That's the end of day 2.
Okay, I primed my eyelid already. I don't remember with what. I think it was a Revolution base. I'm going for the deep purples and pinks this time. So I'm using Spectrum brushes for this look. Almost all of them Spectrum brushes. Deep purple is really pigmented. And going from deeper into the lighter purple. They're very close to each other and very easy to blend. It's very curated very nicely, I would say. And going to another Spectrum brush, B11, fluffier. Going for the bright fuchsia pink, that is Nikita color. And then I'm going to blend it into the lighter pink. A really easy blend, as you can see. So from this point on, I'm just going to blend out the lighter pinks and the purples. Going for the even fluffier brush, going to blend out the light pink into the brow bone. And now I'm adding back to the darker pink and purple. So pretty much intensifying all the purples now, purples and pinks, so we're not losing any colors. This dark purple shimmery shade going to the low lash line. I just wanted to test out as many purples as possible. I'm going for the pencil brush from Spectrum and going right into the dark black. Yeah, I really enjoyed the black in this palette. Blends out easily. Lavish brush for the brow bone highlight. I'm going into the pink tone. It's kind of a duochrome, pink greenish. And now I'm going to this middle shade with my finger with no base. I just wanted to check it out. It's very disappointing actually. I'm going with the glitter glue from NYX and applying the glitter glue, and my favorite part, I'm going for that glitter. I wanted to use that glitter right away as soon as I saw the palette. This glitter is amazing. Look at it. Yeah, I'm freaking out here. It has all colors in it and it's pigmented. It's beautiful.
So this is the finished look from the third day. Yeah, that glitter is freaking unbelievably amazing. Beautiful, just beautiful. So this is a full look. As you could see from a weird eye makeup in the beginning, it happened like a quick switcheroo. I decided to film this on the same day as the green and blue makeup because I'm going to be busy for the next 2 days, so I won't have time to film and I want this like done. I want the whole thing out, so I removed my eye makeup and I kind of patched it. You know, concealed everything. I mean, it blended out together well, alright. So it's pretty much the same skin makeup and the same lipstick. I just threw some purple gloss on the lips to match the eyes. Because I just really wanted to test the third look and have it done. And I'm really happy with this. This is one of the better glitters I ever seen, from Morphe at least. A very good formula. And she created this combination of colors, the blues, the greens, and the purples. It's really attractive. This glitter is really, really pretty. And so what I think about the last look, the pinks and the purples. So I think the purples blend easily. Sometimes in some Morphe palettes, like James Charles palette, at least my palette, was not very good. Like the dark blues especially were patchy, the purples are alright. This purple is great. It blends into the other colors fine. I only had a little trouble here, but it's because how I removed the previous makeup, I kind of went lazy a little bit. So yeah, that happened. But this eye I wasn't as lazy on, so it was kind of my fault rather than the palette. So I think it blends easily. And all these 3-4 colors, it's such a perfect combination of purple, lighter pink. They blend to each other so freaking easy. This is like crazy easy combination. And then the glitter is a standout. I even used a little bit of this for the low lash line. Added a little bit of this for the low lash line, like a little off camera. Even used a little bit of this on the lid just to test it out. And I threw a glitter over it. This one was a disappointment, like I said in the beginning. The swirl looked pretty. The swirl disappears and becomes this kind of meh color. But this is the only meh. The rest of the palette is freaking amazing. So this is kind of like this thing in the middle. It should have been white. But I always like white. But anyway, this is light enough to get close to white. And I think this is a really thought out palette. It really makes sense. Like I like that it has reds and oranges here, so it can create that kind of look. The green, it has this kind of like army green here too. And I can really, it's called army though. So it could really make a look of this together. You know, it all makes sense. So like when I look at this, it makes a lot of sense. Like she really thought it through. Like the neutrals make sense, the black, like everything makes sense. I just love this about this palette because the blend out color, the color and the blend out color, the blend out color, everything's perfectly thought out. This is like a very, very well balanced palette. Yeah, so hate it Morphe or not, but I think I like this a lot. I like the pigmentation, blendability, everything about this. And the glitter is really special. I used glitter glue as you saw, but I think it could go without glitter glue, but I always prefer glitter glue, except for maybe like Tati Beauty, but Tati Beauty is luxury, so you know, you can't compare. And for the waterline I used LA Girl. I just got this in the pharmacy the other day. It's like a really, really deep shimmery blue purple. Okay, it's called Paradise Purple. It's hard to read. It's really dark. The lettering is really dark, but it's a really, really pretty pencil. So if you're looking for something really special, I love LA Girl for the waterline gel liners. They always stay. They're very dramatic. They'll always look great. And this one is really, really special, guys. And they're so cheap too. So if you have like a CVS next to you, if you're in US, the CVS is full of LA Girl. I just walked in there and picked up a couple of things. So yeah. So what do you guys think? I love the purple. I mean, I love purple in general. But yeah, then I decided to make this my last look for this palette because I want the last look to stand out. Yeah, so overall, I highly recommend. I mean, it's inexpensive. It's a Morphe palette, but I like the whole green and purple, even the front of the palette, like I said in the beginning. Everything about it attracted me. I'm not reviewing this as an influencer palette. I'm reviewing this as a typical Morphe palette. And for the typical Morphe palette, this is a really good one. So yeah, so if you guys don't like Nikita or whatever, you have any problems with that, of course, it's up to you. But I mean, I'm just bought it because it's a pretty palette, that's all it is. It's not that serious. It's just makeup. So let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment below and like this video if you enjoyed it. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter. The links are down in the description box. Subscribe to my channel if you want to support me. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and also go live almost every Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, which is 7 p.m. in UK lives, mostly like for fun, for conversation chat. I do different challenges and looks that you guys picked for me, so that's a fun time together. So join me for the lives on Mondays. And if you guys are interested, I have a link to my Patreon group down below in the description box. I do special lives once in a while just for the patrons as a makeup tutorial explanation. So where my patrons follow me, we did this last Monday. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna list this in the description box with the link to buy. I mean, it's available on Ulta, on Morphe website, everywhere. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!